Hey everybody, welcome to Ask Deb. I'm Deb Erickson. I'm a business mindset expert and I work exclusively in the network marketing and direct selling arena, supporting women in shifting their mindset using what I'm going to call mindset hacks in order to maximize and gain access to the brain's most powerful operating system. You guys got it? So let's talk about your business this morning. I want to ask a really critical, important question. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you satisfied with the current state of your business? Are you happy? Now, what I'm really asking you is this what you intended? Right? When you thought about the dreams, the intention for your business, is this what you wanted? Is this what you expected? Is this all that there is for you? Now, what I can tell you is that most people will answer that question, no, I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy. I wanted something more in my business. In fact, I'll tell you that I was talking to a top leader the other day. She makes multiple six figures every single month. And I asked her, are you happy? And she said, no, I'm not. And I said, how can you not be happy? And she said, oh, it's not me. I don't need any more money. I'm making plenty of money. But she said, the people on my team aren't making enough money. The people on my team aren't expanding and experiencing freedom the way I want them to. And so what I realized was, no matter where you fall on the scale, there probably is some internal frustration that it isn't exactly. Maybe you're not making the money. Maybe you're not having the time freedom that you were expecting. Maybe your people, you came in for a feeling of making a contribution and maybe they haven't gotten. Maybe you haven't hit that achievement level, that rank advancement, recognition level that you were looking for. Maybe there's an incentive trip or bonus that you really wanted, you haven't hit it yet. Maybe there's some piece of the business that isn't quite there yet. You got that? So let me ask you the next most important question, which is simply this. Do you know why? Do you know why you have not yet stepped into your greatness and are experiencing exactly what it is you want? Well, for most of us, there is a performance gap, right? There's a gap between what we want and what we're experiencing. There's a gap between our goals, what we say we are going to achieve, and what we actually achieve. Right? There's this big gap. Imagine it's like two sides of a cliff and there's this huge chasm in between. People always say to me, Deb, how do we close that performance gap? How do we actually experience what it is we say we want in life? So that's what I want to talk about today. So first of all, let me ask you a question. I'm going to have you rank yourself in the big three, right? This is the big three in our industry. So number one, okay, let's talk about money. Are you selling the kind of product to create the volume, to create the cash flow in your life that you're really looking for? So are you selling enough? Okay, so how's your selling? And now the second place I want you to evaluate yourself is in the recruiting arena, right? Are you recruiting quality prospects? And are you recruiting enough of them? So the quantity and the quality of your recruitments, are they there? Are they where they need to be? Yes or no? And then let's evaluate the third category, the big three, right? Is simply this. Are you able to rank advance at will with ease and grace? In other words, can you decide, I think I'm going to rank advance this month and then do it? You guys feeling me? All right, so those are the big three. And if you said no to all of them, today is going to be perfect for you. If you're not making the kind of sales you want to make, right, to hit the volume targets you want to hit, if you aren't rank advancing at will, and if you're not recruiting high quality individuals onto your team and doing it in enough quantity to really grow, then we're going to talk about exactly why that's happening. Now, there are three big, I'm going to say, focuses or solutions that we always look at as a human being, right? We always look at number one, skill set. Do I have the skills to achieve my goals? Do I understand how to sell, how to recruit, how to rank advance, how to create momentum? Do I know how to open a conversation? Do I know how to close a conversation? Do I have the skills? And the second one is, do I have the strategies? And strategies are really the little bit more sophisticated business skill that says this: do I know what to do in the right order, at the right time, to the right person? In other words, can I put the pieces together in an effective strategy to get where I want to go? Now, the third category, right, that we always want to look at is that, do I understand and have in place the systems that would make life easier? It would keep me in flow. It would keep me in momentum. Do I have a system for lead generation? Do I have a system for lead capture? Do I have a system to nurture my leads? Do I have a system for putting them in a funnel? Do I have a system for getting them from one end of the funnel to the other? Do I have systems? Skill set, strategies, systems. Now, what's interesting about all of those, they are all important. Absolutely, they're critical as we elevate our business. But here's what's missing, and I know you know where I'm going to go. It's mindset. Because what typically happens for us is we join this industry and we focus. We focus on learning. Right? I got to learn the skill sets. I got to learn the product knowledge. I got to learn, get my systems together, right? I got to have structures and I got to coordinate all these pieces. And that's a wonderful thing. However, when the learning of skill sets, strategies, and systems are simply an avoidance tactic, because the truth is our own core identity and belief about who we are leaves us anxious and afraid to actually approach an individual, then mastering skill set, strategy, and systems is simply an avoidance tactic. You guys feeling that? I found myself when I joined the industry, the first thing I did was I did what I always do, right? I just ram myself right into action because I have a bam, bam kind of personality, right? So I got my first product and I was like, out the door. I knew nothing. I just got out the door and I started talking to people and my sales shot through the roof. And then I got to a place where things weren't, I just couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up with the orders. I couldn't keep up with the follow-up. And I realized, wow, my systems, my strategy, not so good. I already had the skill set of opening conversations and selling and asking for the sale. I had that because of a previous job, but I didn't have the strategies and the systems I really needed to be successful. And what I noticed is something shifted in my mind. It was like somebody flipped a switch and all of a sudden the confidence I had, I lost. I lost the confidence. And I started having a hard time having conversations. I had a hard time convincing someone to join my team. I started struggling all of a sudden. I could feel the barriers and the walls just start coming up. It felt like I ran head first into a wall. I couldn't figure out what it was. I couldn't figure out what it was because I knew that I knew how to have a conversation. I knew how to sell. I kept thinking, how hard is it? How hard is this business? And so you know what I did? I used the strategy that I've always used in my life, which was force. I just kind of bared down and I just pushed my way through. Now what's interesting is I did make it to the top. Because my force energy, my push energy was big enough, right, that I just made it happen. But as I stood on stage, my very first convention, and I'm holding the big check, I realized I don't have a team. I'm up there by myself. All the other leaders with big checks had hundreds of people come on stage, their team. I had nobody at convention, nobody on stage. And it was this light bulb moment that said, I'm doing it all by myself and I'm using my old strategy of force. And it was one of those moments, guys, where I was like, okay, I want to do this differently. I want to understand for sure. I want to understand the mindset. I want to understand what does it take mentally and emotionally for me, and equally as importantly for my people. How can I get them in that space where they're confident, where they believe in themselves, right? Where they know who they are and that they're willing to step into their greatness. And it became really my life mission. I just got to tell you, that's where ICAN Institute started, because I realized the vast majority of people on my team didn't have an I can mindset. What they had was an I can't mindset. I can't do something. I can't do the skills. I can't learn the systems. I can't understand the strategies. I can't close. I can't invite. I can't reach out. What I realized is that the vast majority of the people I was interacting with, right, were I can't mindset, and I struggled to teach them an I can mindset. How to shift that. That's when neuroscience, right, kind of showed up in my life. And as I delved into neuroscience, what I realized is we got to have tools. We got to have, as women, we got to have tools and techniques. We have to have situational tools where you're in that situation, in that moment where you need to pick up your phone and make that call. And the fear of rejection, right? The fear of change holds you back. And instead of making that call, you find excuses. Oh, there's a lot of great excuses. The kids, the laundry, the dishes, food, groceries. We have so many responsibilities pushing on us that you could pick any one of them and have a legitimate excuse. But here's the bottom line. You're going to be in a place where you're not happy with your business then, because we have allowed our internal I can't mindset, that internal fear, that internal doubt, that failure of the past. We've let it get in the way of doing the things that absolutely we have to do in order to be successful in this business. And so what I began to do is understand that we needed these tools and techniques. We needed to have something that could shift us in the moment, right? The first shift that I want to share with you today is simply your own identity, how you see yourself. I have to tell you that I didn't sleep much last night because when Elizabeth Warren dropped out of the race, there was a YouTube video that was moving through Facebook. It was up. And it doesn't matter whether your politics agree with her or not, I want you to hear this story because it made me cry, right? And I started thinking about it and I thought, if we had just known this when we were little girls, it would have changed everything. So here's what it was. The video was of her doing this thing. Evidently, she did a lot on the campaign trail called a pinky swear. She would do a pinky swear with every little girl that came up to have a selfie taken with her. And she would do a pinky swear. So they would grab pinkies and she'd say, remember, I want you to remember this. Remember this moment. Swear to me that you're going to remember this moment. And here's what it is she said, right? I'm running for president because that's what girls do. Okay, let that sink in, right? I was just like, what? What are you saying, right? What are you saying that a pinky swear to help a little one remember who they are, remember their greatness. And Elizabeth Warren is saying, I'm a woman and I'm running for president because that's what we do. We run for president. And I thought you could put anything behind this, right? This is who I am. I'm Deb Erickson, and I run a massively successful organization. And you know why? Because that's what girls do. My name is Deb Erickson, and I make millions. You know why? Because that's what girls do. You know, my name is Deb Erickson, and I am changing the world. I am freeing the women of the world. I'm uplifting women's minds. And you know why? Because that's what girls do. Oh, you guys, it just made my whole body alive. And I thought, if we change that one thing, just that one thing, right? That one thing. I thought if somebody had said that to me when I was a little girl, had said to me, Deb, you can take on the world. You can do anything you want. If you believe in yourself and you understand your own greatness and how brilliant you are, because that's what little girls do, you can have it all. And as I sat and watched that last night, I'm sobbing. I'm thinking to myself, it would have changed my life. Because I'm 60 and I'm really just stepping into that now. Imagine if I'd have gotten that at 5, if I'd have understood that at 6, at 7, at 8, at 10. And what if I'd have gone into puberty and come out of puberty knowing my greatness? And what if we taught our little girls? What if the next generation and the next generation and the next generation of girls realized, hey, we can do anything because that's what girls do. You want to run a successful business? I can. I absolutely can. Pinky swear with me today, right? That you are going to remember your greatness, that you are going to acknowledge that the only thing standing between you and the business you intended to create is your mindset. I'm not even going to say you. I'm going to say what's standing between you and your business success is your mindset. It's the core belief about who you are and your value and your worthiness. It's your core beliefs about what you can and can't do, right? About whether or not you can sell, or whether you can recruit, or whether you can recruit up and attract tens, right? It's about your ability to believe that when you set a goal, you can achieve it. It's about the thoughts that you think every single day that maybe you're not enough, or you don't deserve it, or you're just a girl. It's about the emotions that you hang out in, that maybe you hang out in worry instead of passion and power and expectation. It's the actions we don't take that, of course, we're inspired by that core belief in our thoughts and our feelings. It's the action that we hold back from. It's every single time that you're at Starbucks and you see someone else in line and you think, I'd love to meet that person. I'd love to invite them to take a peek at my business, at my products, at my lifestyle. I want to share with them something I have. And instead of walking over and introducing yourself, what do? You fall into your I can't mindset. And you decide, oh, they don't need it, not right now. I don't have my makeup on. I don't have my products to sample. You find an excuse. You find an excuse to hold yourself back, to believe you can't, to believe you're not enough, to believe, right, that this isn't for you. And in that moment, guys, I just want you to feel that you are reverting back to some tiny little limited version of yourself instead of stepping into your greatness. Feel it? You know, when I saw the video of Elizabeth Warren pinky swearing with this little girl, there was a part of me that felt like, that's my calling too. My calling is to pinky swear with you today that I will keep reminding you of your greatness, that I'm going to give you every tool imaginable, right, that will help you live your success and your business and the lifestyle that you're choosing for you and your family. The reason that I created ICAN Neuro Tools for Kids is that what I realized is that, it's not enough to just help you make more money. It's not enough to just help you be more successful, although I'm committed to that. What I want you to understand is, in order for the world to change, for you and for everybody else you love, we have got to help humanity step into an I can mindset. They have to understand that the only thing between them and their dreams is a mindset, and a mindset can be shifted like that. You guys get it? Sure, if you want it to become your core, it takes practice. It takes commitment. It takes diligence. We have to change habits, right? You got to use your neuro tools every single day, multiple times a day, for days and days and weeks and weeks and months and years, really for the rest of your life. Here's the thing. You're practicing something mentally every single day for the rest of your life. If you're breathing, you are practicing in your mind either an I can or an I can't mindset. And it's either leading you towards your dreams or away from it. So how about we make an agreement today, right? How about we make an agreement today? I will never let you forget who you are and what you're made of, how amazing you are. I will never let you forget that this is what we do. This is what we do as women. This is what we should have been doing since we were little girls. It's just that we didn't have an Elizabeth Warren looking in our eyes and pinking swearing with us and saying, hey, remember who you are. I didn't have it. I don't know if you did, but I didn't have that. I want to be that for you, for your daughters, for your granddaughters. You guys, it's our responsibility It's our responsibility to be as successful as we want to be, whether that's money, whether that's increasing your sales or recruiting up or rank advancing. It's your responsibility to stand in your personal greatness and demonstrate to the world that you can, right? You got to do that. That's your responsibility, because what you are doing is you are demonstrating to the world and to every little girl out there and every little boy out there that, you know what? This is what we do, because that's what little girls do. We step into our greatness. We speak our truth. We love with all of our heart. We care about humanity. We reach out to make a difference. You guys got it? And your neural tools are the answer. I have to tell you guys, if you're not using your neural tools, if you're in my coaching memberships and you're not using them, I'm challenging you and telling you you're missing the best part of everything I've ever created for you. You're missing the best part, because you're learning mindset stuff just like you learned skill set, for sure. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing to expand our knowledge and awareness of neuroscience. It's wonderful. But if you're not applying, if you're not stepping into action every day, if you're not demonstrating to yourself and to your own kids, right? If you're not demonstrating that that's how life is, you set a goal, right? We close the gap, we get the skill set, we move into action, we manage our mindset, we manage our emotions, we change our behaviors every day, every day, every day, every day. You guys feeling it? Now, I have to tell you that I think we are living in some of the most exciting times. And it really doesn't matter, guys, what happens to the economy. It doesn't matter what happens with the virus. It doesn't matter who gets elected. What matters is what you do inside your own head. Because when you change your mindset, when you decide, I can, and you live from that, then you demonstrate to others the path to happiness, the path to joy, the path to caring about others because we are personally empowered, path about to passing that on. And that's what it's all about. You feeling it? All right, guys. I am madly in love with you, madly in love with life, madly in love with my neuro tools. I hope you guys are too. You know what I would love to have you do? We're going to put a link in with this Facebook Live. If you'd like to have a free neural tool, maybe you've never been exposed and you'd like to have a free neural tool, what we're going to do is we're going to put a recording in there for you. It's called Every Thought Counts. And I'm going to help you give your mindset a makeover, right? And we're going to start fresh, start over, and help you develop an ICAN mind. See, when you develop an ICAN mind, using these neural tools, what you will know your brilliance, you will know your greatness, you will know what it is that you have to bring to the world. And if each and every one of us steps up and do that, well, that's why I say the external environment matters not, because it's this internal environment that you have control of, that you are bringing into the world, that shows every other little one that comes behind you what's possible. I hope you guys will commit to stepping into your greatness. Love you much, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.